Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Umaira Say lecture English Times Institute Pakistan, and the topic which I have chosen to discuss today, that is an adjective, and it is the series of the lectures which we have started the previous week, and we have discussed the noun and the pronoun, and today we will discuss what actually the adjective is. To note down the important points, please pick out your pencil and the paper, and if you find any difficulty in understanding any of the example or any of the points, so do rewind the video and then listen the points again. So the topic for discussion is adjective. What adjective is? Adjective is a word which describes the noun and pronoun. So if I write like Ali is a boy, the sentence is complete. We have the noun, we have the common noun, we have the verb like subject, verb, object, we have the nouns, but we do not have any description. As I discussed in the definition, that it describes the noun and the pronoun. So if I say that Ali is a good boy, it means that this is the noun and this is the quality. So a word which shows the quality or the quantity of noun or pronoun is said to be adjective. Multan is a large city. She is a pretty girl. He is an old man. This is a red rose. It is a blue chair. The sky is blue. The sky is cloudy. He is an intelligent boy. He is dull boy. These all are the qualities which can be associated with a noun and give the description about the noun. So this is said to be the role of adjective in a sentence. Like if before the noun or a pronoun or after the noun or a pronoun, when some quality or the quantity is being associated with the noun, is said to be adjective. Now the next is, what actually the quality of a noun can be further divided. The adjective of quality can be divided into attributive and predicative. So you will find so many different definitions of attributive and the predicative adjective in the different search engines, but I will try to tell you in a very easiest and the simplest way, that if I write this is an old man. So man is a noun when a quality or the quantity is come or placed before the noun, is said to be the attributive. The man is old, and when the quality or quantity is placed at the place of object after the noun, is said to be the predicative adjective. So in a very simple word, कि जब आप adjectives को noun से पहले लगा देते हैं तो वो attributive adjective बन जाता है, और जब आप noun के बाद किसी adjective को place करते हैं तो वो predicative adjective बन जाता है. So this was the quality of a use of qualitative adjective. The adjectives of quantity, the word is very much obvious. Quantity, miqdar. So the definition which I have bring out for you is that the quantity or the degree or the magnitude of a thing. Adjectives of quantity deal with the how much of a thing. It means how much of a thing. When you have to estimate it, that how much of the thing is said to be the quantity. It can be in kgs, it can be measured in liters, it can be often a different things, but when you have to use the quantitative adjective in a sentence before the noun, would measure how much. The words which can be used with them can be most, little, a little, few I am narrating, please write it down, like both, sufficient, enough, half, any, whole, great. So this is the quantitative adjective or adjectives of quantity. So if I write pour some milk, so this some will be adjectives of quantity. If I say that a little knowledge is dangerous, so here a little is the adjectives of quantity. If I say you have no sense, sense will be abstract noun, so no will be the adjectives of quantity. So this is how we deal with the adjectives when it is about the quantity. The next is the numeral adjective. It deals with the how many. Again students, make a clear differentiation that quantity, miqdar, magnitude, degree deal with how much, whereas numeral, very obvious, when there is about the numbers, you would discuss how many. So the numeral adjectives can be further divided into definite numeral adjectives and indefinite numeral adjective. Definite numeral adjectives will be further divided into cardinals and ordinals, and indefinite adjectives will be same like we have in the quantity. Cardinals and ordinals. Ordinals means when you have something in order, first, second, third, and cardinals is 1, 2 and 3. And if I give you a sentence where I ask you that what is the first possible solution, so what is the first in sentence, you would say this is the ordinal numeral adjective, or you may say this is the ordinal definite numeral adjective. This is the structure of the numeral adjective. And again I am telling you that the definite will be divided into cardinals and the ordinals. Cardinals deal with the 1, 2 and 3, and the ordinals, when something is in order, it deals with the first, second and third, whereas the indefinite numeral adjectives will be same as we discussed in the quantity, like some, few, any, little, enough and no. When I said that in adjectives of quantity, I said you have no sense and it is adjectives of quantity. And if I say there is no boy in the class, so this is adjective of numeral indefinite adjective. So one adjective can be work as the quantitative and the numeral adjective as well. Pour some milk in the class, there are some boys in the class. So though if I give you the both sentences, so now this is your task, so work at your home that what these sentences deals with, like pour some milk in the glass, there is no boy in the class. Oh, I think this is a kind of a rhyming scheme as well, the class and the glass. So now this is your task at home. Now please attempt it, that what I have told you in the previously, that what is the role of the sentence I have written there is a little mistake. Like, let me write it again. Like, suppose you have nonsense, and next is there is no boy in the class. Now classify that what this no deals with here in this sentence and what this no deals with here in this sentence. So the next sentence is he ate some rice. There are some boys in the class. Now discuss that what is the role of some in the sentence number 1, what is the role of some in sentence number 2, what is the role of no in sentence number 1 and role of no in sentence number 2. So you have to distinguish that what is the role of quantitative adjective and the numeral adjective. So this is your task and you have to attempt it here. The next is interrogative adjective. Those adjectives which are being used to ask the questions in a sentence. So these are what, which, who, whose. What is this book about? Which boy you were discussing of? Whose book is this? Who is at the door? So these are the few words which can be used to ask the question when it is associated or related with some noun. To ask the question is said to be the interrogative adjective. The next is the proper adjective. Now recall the lecture number 1 noun in which we discussed that the proper nouns are those which shows some kind of possession, property. When they owe something is said to be the proper. When it is about the proper adjectives, it means that something which is being associated with those nouns and those nouns are incomplete without having those adjectives. Let me explain. Multani sohan halwa, Turkish qaleen or mats, Pakistani player, Persian rugs, Englishman, Lahori tikka, or there are so many things now which you may recall and so many words will come into your mind. Like the most particular is like there are so many types of the sohan halwa being prepared in all around the globe, but it is particularly associated with Multan. So when you said sohan halwa, someone said Multani sohan halwa. So this Multani will be the proper adjective. It is associated with some noun or you can with some material noun, and this is called proper adjective. The next is possessive adjective. Now recall the lecture of pronoun in which we discussed that when a word is associated with some noun shows its property or possession is said to be adjective, and in the pronoun we said his shirt, her dress, their home. So the home is the noun and these words were the pronoun and these were associated when some noun shows their possession as well. So these are the adjectives which are used with nouns to show the possession of the something. If I say that this is my house, my pen, her shirt, so now all these words will be adjectives as well because now they are showing the possession of some nouns. So my dear student, this was the lecture for today in which we discussed the adjectives and the few kinds, not the complete, but the few kinds which are very much important for you to understand the rest of the adjectives as well. So come up with some new parts of speech in the next lecture. And now we are going to celebrate in this week the Independence Day. So be Pakistani and stay blessed. Pakistan Zindabad. Take care. Allah Hafiz.